Hello, 775 family. This isn't an ordinary 775 convention, and this is certainly not a normal time. But I want to let you know that the 2 million members of the SEIU family stand with you across the US, Canada, and Puerto Rico. Today, I want to talk to you about this devastating crisis that we're in. I want to reach out my heart and talk about how we can join together in our union to fight for a country that is more just, more equal, and more fair as we seek to recover and rebuild a nation that we've always dreamed of. Long-term care workers in your part of the country have been coping with this disruption longer than anyone else. It's been 6 months and 5 days since the first victim of COVID in the United States died at a nursing home in Kirkland, Washington. And we've been grieving the losses of our family. And during the terrible months since that day, long-term care workers have faced the worst of this pandemic. The virus has been relentless when it comes to attacking our friends, family, and neighbors who need long-term care in nursing homes and in home and community-based settings. But you've stared down that threat and shown incredible bravery and commitment. Despite all the risks to your health, you never stopped being there for the clients and the residents who depend on you. You stepped up, and even though that meant too often going without enough personal protective equipment, you showed up and did your very best, going without enough staffing, and too often going without wages high enough to cover all your bills. 40% of US deaths from COVID have happened in the long-term care system. That's more than 68,000 mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters, and grandparents that have been taken from us. That's more deaths over the past few months than America faced in all the long years of the Vietnam War. As COVID spread, it once again showed that one person's health depends on everyone else's health and well-being. Whether it's people with chronic health conditions, whether people without shelter, or whether it's our undocumented sisters and brothers and neighbors, or people trying to make it on poverty wages. All of us, no matter what our race, no matter where we've been born, need access to healthcare and resources to keep our families safe and healthy. We are all better off when we are all healthy, especially the most vulnerable amongst us. But instead of helping us protect the vulnerable, some politicians launched hateful attacks against Asian Pacific Islanders, scapegoating them instead of leading an effective fight to combat and control the virus. Some corporations and politicians use the pandemic to put profits ahead of the health and well-being of our people. SEIU family, the heart of our union is in our shared belief that all work has dignity, that all people deserve respect. And we win that respect when we stand up for each other. We win across 775 in Washington and Montana. Long-term care workers bring that ideal to life each and every day. 775 members like Diana Sanchez live that ideal. Diana has been a caregiver for 28 years. During the pandemic, she stepped forward to get more involved in advocating for other caregivers and your clients, drawing from her years of experience to amplify your concerns. And Steve Straighten lives that ideal. He's a caregiver at a group home in Anaconda, Montana. Steve was part of a group of workers who volunteered to quarantine with a cluster of homes for young clients for a 2-week-long 24/7 shift because those young people needed support and safety. Mia Franklin brings our values and ideals to life. She's an IP home care worker who has stepped up to lead fights to make wealthy Washingtonians pay their fair share of taxes. And so does Sharon Smith, a laundry tech at a care center in Libby, Montana, who is doing her usual outstanding work for her residents while also supporting her 3 children during the lockdown and serving as a member of the contract bargaining team for her coworkers. That kind of leadership by members like you will give us the power to take our communities to a better place. Let's pour our efforts into the next 61 days until this election and elect Joe Biden and Kamala Harris and pro-worker candidates up and down our ballots. Let's sign up, rise up, and vote for the just society we know is possible for caregivers, your clients, your residents, and all of our families. Thank you for inviting me to be with you. I hope you have an inspiring, productive convention, and I thank you for all of the inspiration and productivity that 775 leaders create all across our union. Keep organizing, keep fighting, keep pushing. Your entire SEIU family will be with you every step of the way. Let's get to work.